Impact Austin has been wonderfully generous to us. They gave us $108,400 last year, and they gave us that money in order for us to be able to provide emergency protective orders. So our emergency protective order gets legal services in the hands of victims at the most crucial time. When the batterer is arrested, within 24 hours of the arrest, there's an opportunity for a victim to get this emergency protective order. And what it says is that he cannot come back to the home, he cannot come near the place of business, the schools of the children. It gives that buffer, that safety zone for the woman at the most critical stage. Because when a batterer is arrested, that's the time that they're most likely to come back and lethally harm their spouse. And so through this emergency protective order program, it gives the woman a little bit of a buffer time to be able to say, do I have my ducks in a row? Can I go get a full protective order? Can I get a divorce? Is this the safest time for me to leave? With the attorneys here at Texas Advocacy Project, she gets that buffer through the emergency protective order program. Texas Advocacy Project has been here for 30 years. Historically, we've been government grant funded. In the past 7 years, that's gone to less than 50% of our funding. So it's really important that members of the community take ownership in Texas Advocacy Project and say that this program must exist in order to save lives. And the fact that Impact Austin was able to see the work that we do and take the ownership over that work and say, you know what, we do believe this is important. And as a community, we're not going to let domestic violence continue. And we're going to step up, we're going to put our monies where they're important, and we're going to help save lives.
About 1 in 5 youth in Central Texas will confront a mental health problem before they reach adulthood. And that translates to about 43,000 kids in Central Texas. And untreated mental illness leads to, problems with school, leads to substance abuse issues, and really affects the outcome of these children throughout their lives. We're the Austin Child Guidance Center. We provide outpatient mental health services to children, adolescents, youth, and their family members. We provide individual, group, and family therapy. We do in-depth psychological assessments with kiddos. We do psychiatric evaluations. We have workshops and trainings for parents, and we're a center of training and learning. Through our funding with Impact Austin, we were able to hire 2 additional therapists, increasing our capacity to serve the children and families of Central Texas. And the way that we're structured is that at the end of the year, these therapists will be on multiple insurance panels, and so the positions will be sustainable into the future, thereby making the investment from Impact Austin sustainable for the children and families of Austin.
We deliver innovative, volunteer-driven programs that are designed to improve student performance in reading and math. We support 2nd graders, 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and high school seniors. So all of the research shows that middle school years are absolutely pivotal for students. They are already making decisions about whether or not they're going to continue in school. There are several things that we know make a difference in influencing a student's decision to stay in school and get to graduation. And one of them is having the opportunity to work in small, high-engagement learning teams, developing collaborative skills, and having a caring adult presence in their life. And the Impact Austin grant allowed us to take that from 1 middle school to 2 middle schools, and next year we hope to open this up to more middle schools as well. So one of the programs that we implemented this year was Book on CD, implemented through the funding that we received from Impact Austin. Our students were able to record a book, and then that CD goes to an elementary school where a student can then check it out of the library and they have a book with the text being read to them.
What most people don't know about Campfire is that it's been around for over 100 years. It was started as Campfire Girls, and some people still know of it as Campfire Girls, but in the 70s we went co-ed, and we are welcome to any kind of families. No matter what your family unit looks like, Campfire wants to help and promote family bonds and getting those children out into nature, and not just that, creating youth that are going to be actually caring and confident and leaders. And here in Austin, we are especially dedicated to getting kids and their families out in nature. Thanks to the grant from Impact Austin, we were able to create 7 brand new clubs in Del Valley, servicing 56 families, allowing them to get out and explore nature. So for example, today we are here in Umlauf Gardens. Some children living in Austin had never been here before. In addition to the 7 clubs currently in Del Valle, we're going to be able to have 3 more clubs, all under the auspices of the money from Impact Austin. So from my personal experience and from the latest research I've seen, being outdoors and being in nature fulfills a deep biological requirement in humans, very similar to the way sleep is able to build brain and body development in ways that we don't even fully understand. Being outside and exploring nature fulfills that same need. And as a parent, I've seen that kids have a natural affinity to being outside. And you can cultivate that out of them, and you can teach them how wonderful it is to be plugged in inside. But I believe that you have to have a balance, and Campfire USA helps promote that balance.
The Austin Theater Alliance's Literacy to Life program's fundamental mission is to increase a young person's interest in the language arts, enhance their ability to express themselves, and maybe most importantly, build their self-esteem and their sense of confidence in their ability to communicate for the rest of their lives.
Once upon a time,
they couldn't be friends anymore. They get trapped inside a whale. A flying ninja who do like...
and every day they didn't know what to do.
Specifically, the way we do that is through taking teaching professionals from the theater world into the schools, and over 8 weeks spending intense time with 3rd graders using drama techniques to help them better understand about self-expression. And every one of those teaching sessions ends in a writing lesson. At the end of those 8 weeks, our teaching professionals gather their diaries, and we then take them among a dozen singers, writers, producers, and create a show that we then go back into that school, and the entire school is brought forward to see work that is produced based on the writings of these 3rd graders. Impact Austin has been phenomenally generous to the Literacy to Life program. Through their grant, we have been able to expand this 5-year-old program to where we now reach over 200 3rd graders in mostly Title I schools. In other words, giving access to young children who wouldn't likely have access to a program like this. And though the program is about helping you learn how to express yourself, how to learn to write better, the truth is, this is really about building self-esteem. And Impact Austin's grant has dramatically impacted the lives of 200 3rd graders this year alone.